Hi everyone, welcome. Today we are going to explore a topic, and for my students who are taking the subject BIA 3012, this is prepared for you specifically, all right? And you can refer to your textbook, source works, page 46, chapter 3, yeah? All right, everyone. This time we are going to explore on the topic of how to write a thesis statement in your academic paper or in your academic essay. Okay, so thesis statement is one item that you need to have in your rough outline. So it is one of the most important item that you need to include. Okay, so basically this is how we are trying to expand your rough outline. Okay, let's see what is a thesis statement. So what you need to know that a thesis statement is basically your central idea and the how to make it good or how to write it in a proper manner. So let's look at some of the characteristics of a good thesis statement. Okay, before that, just a recap. Okay, thesis statements is one statement that represents your whole paper, and we usually put it in our introduction paragraph and usually the last sentence of the first paragraph. But if your paper is long enough, it could be anywhere in your introduction paragraph or introduction page. Okay, so a good thesis statement states your topic and focus that answer your research questions. Okay, if you recap our previous lesson, I have explained to you what is a topic focus and then how to answer your research question, and these three things, topic and focus, um, and the answers are basically three items you put in your research question. Okay, and then thesis statement gives an overview of your supporting points. Overview means like a teaser or some sort of your supporting points. So if you have three supporting points or three supporting details, that basically three main ideas. So in your thesis statement, you need to show that. Okay, and they are all logically connected to your focus. And it gives enough information without too much detail, meaning your thesis statement shouldn't be too long. Okay, and it uses correct grammar and precise vocabulary. So we are going to explore some of these keywords one by one. Okay, let's look at an example of a rough outline. Okay, so I take this sample of rough outline from page 48. You can refer that. You can also refer to page 47 as we go along. But I took this one as an example. So let's say you have your research question already. Okay, and the sample here is about homelessness. So the question is that this paper is trying to figure out, is trying to discuss is why do people become homeless? Why? Kenapa, right? Why? So we are looking for the causes of people becoming homeless. So the focus is causes. The topic is homelessness. And then to answer that, basically you have to lay out three or two, up to you how many you have, uh, reasons why. Or the three causes why you think people become homeless. So in this case, there are three. First is lack of affordable housing. They cannot afford to buy a house basically, or to rent somewhere, anywhere. Second, drug and alcohol problems lead them to be homeless. And the third one, mental health problems. They're not sure or they don't know that they are actually homeless. So you have this rough outline, three item, research question, focus, and answers to the RQ. So you use all these informations, combine it into one sentence, and then you get your thesis statement. So the sample will be the lack of affordable housing, drug and alcohol abuse, and mental health problems are the causes of homelessness. So in this one sentence, you combine all three. You combine the overview, which is your answer. If you have two, two. If you have three, three. You have your topic, homelessness, and you have your focus, which is causes. So uh, you will get your thesis statement. So this is one example of a good thesis statement. It gives you an overview. It's not too long. Um, What else? It has the topic, focus, and the answers. It uses correct grammar and correct vocabulary. Okay, next one, another example. This one is from page 49. This one is on the topic of alcohol addiction. So again, the research question will be, what are the signs of alcohol addiction? So this paper is trying to discuss the signs or symptoms of alcohol addictions, how to know if someone is addicted to alcohol. So clearly their focus is definition. They're trying to define what makes someone addicted, what makes someone alcohol addict. All right, someone who is alcoholic. Okay. So to answer that, to how to know if someone is considered alcoholic, first, they have a physical dependence. They depend on alcohol physically. We can see physically they are shaking. They have a need to drink more. They one glass, one bottle is not enough. An urge to drink, meaning they always find reasons to drink, an urge to drink, whatever. Okay, they always find reason to drink, and an inability to stop. So they have come to a point where they can no longer stop. Okay, so you laid out these answers as usual. You the same thing, you combine these points and then you will get the thesis statement. So the thesis statement here is, alcoholism is a disease that has 4 symptoms: physical dependence, a need to drink more to feel its effects, a strong urge to drink, and inability to drink. Okay, inability to stop drinking. Sorry. So you have all the item, the topic, alcoholism, the focus, symptoms. So like I say in the outline, use the word signs. So play with the vocab, right? Symptoms. And then you have the overview of your supporting details for here. And then you use accurate grammar lah, meaning because you want to use the topic as the noun or the topic as the subject of the sentence. So you change it into noun, alcoholism. So alcoholism is, it has the same meaning as alcohol addiction. Okay. Next one. All right. So just now, one of the criteria of a good thesis statement is correct grammar and precise vocabulary. So let's see what it means by that. So correct grammar and precise vocabulary, this one you can refer to wait. Wait. This seems all right. You can refer to page 52. Okay. So we have 3 items. What makes how to achieve correct grammar and precise vocabulary? We look at 3 things: the style, the structure, and the vocabulary of your wording or your sentences. The first one, style. So for information, when you are writing thesis statement, a thesis statement, it is written in a third person point of view rather than first person point of view, especially because we only have we most commonly we have thesis statement in an academic essay, not so much in other types of essay like narrative or anything. So make sure when you are writing a thesis statement, you use third person point of view. For example, like, it is necessary the homeless, you refer directly to the subject of the sentence lah, the topic. Try to avoid starting your sentence with I. I'm going to talk about, or I think. Okay, I, first person point of view. Try to avoid that. Okay, you turn it into third person point of view. Okay. All right. Now, next one is the structure. Okay, just now I think I've explained to you that in order to have a good thesis statement, you need to have few items. So these items are we call structure, topic, focus, and overview. But how you write it, how you put it in a sentence. So we are referring to a sentence structure. So you can start, there are many ways, it can appear in any order. So for example, you can start with the focus three reasons why people become vegetarians are health, ethics, and ecology. So you start the sentence with the focus. Or another way is you start with the overview of the supporting details. Health, ethic, and ecology are three reasons why people become vegetarians. Good, another one. Okay, the last one is you can also start with the focus, the topic. People become vegetarians for three reasons: health, ethics, and ecology. Okay, so like for this one, the previous topic, alcoholism. See, this sentence, this example starts with the topic alcoholism, but for this one starts with the overview and ends it with the topic. So there are many ways on how you can structure your sentence, as long as you have all the three: topic, focus, and overview. Another one is vocabulary. This one is a bit abstract, meaning you have no choice but to read more, to expand your vocabulary, to read as many articles as you can about the topic you are writing, in order for you to know what would be the suitable words to be used based on your topic. Okay, precise vocabulary helps create focus in your research. You can repeat the same vocab used in your thesis throughout your research paper to create unifying threads. So you can actually repeat the same keyword, okay, because you are writing a long essay, so the reader needs to be reminded what exactly is the topic, right? Otherwise, they might lose focus and they're not sure what they are reading. So from time to time, you can repeat the keywords of your topic. Okay, but don't repeat too much or too often in the same paragraph. Okay. All right, so we have your style, structure, and vocabulary. You can read more, like I said, in the page 52. Okay. Next one, okay, for page 53, you can try on your own. You have the section there, now you try. So you can do it on your own and test your understanding. There are 5 thesis statements given. So what you can do is try to match the thesis statement with its focus. Which one you think belongs to which? Okay, you can do that on your own. Okay, now let's look at some of the common problems with thesis statement. Page 54. Some of the common problem is, number one is lack of focus. I think I have repeated in our class about this. Sometimes your sentence is too broad or too general, or the focus is the no, there is no focus because it's too vague, and then you might end up writing about everything. Okay, too dense. Your paper might be too packed, too dense. So try to find specific focus, and you can refer to our previous lesson on the types of focus that you can use in your academic essay. I think there are 8. Okay, yeah, so choose 1 or 2 for your paper. Okay, so if you look at the textbook, page 54, there are 3 examples. One is a weak thesis statement, another one is stronger thesis statement, and okay, another 2 will be stronger thesis statement, weak and strong thesis statement. So if you look at the first one, weak thesis statement, it's a bit lengthy. Okay, it's too short. The United States has a lot of crime. That's the thesis statement. It is too short. The rest is just an elaboration of why this is a weak thesis statement, because you don't have any focus. You're not sure whether this statement will discuss the cause of the crime or the effect, or you're just going to compare the amount of crime now with 10 years ago, or are you going to argue, agree or disagree to reduce or certain ways to reduce crime, or you want to provide suggestion. So it can be anything. The focus can be anything. So it's not a good thesis statement. Okay, so how to make it stronger? So look at sample number 2. The rising crime rate in the United States has caused a lot of talented young people to crime. high government costs for law enforcement and a drop in tourism. So this thesis statement is a strong thesis statement because the focus is clear. Clearly, they are discussing the cause of rising crime rate. Okay, and then another one is focusing on comparison. Crime today is more widespread among many economic groups, more violent and more costly to society than it was 10 years ago. So they're comparing crime rate now and crime rate 10 years ago. Clear focus. Okay, another problem will be lack of supporting points. Kalau tadi no focus. Now the problem is you don't have a clear answer to your research question. Okay, for example here, 3 types of crime have been increasing in US cities. This is considered a weak thesis statement because what would be the 3 types of crime? Okay, um, um, so you did this author didn't mention it. Just 3 types of crime have been increasing, but what crime in terms of what? Actually, crimes they are broad. The term crimes are broad. We have physical crime, virtual crime pun ada, right? Like online, offline. So how to make it stronger? Look at the next example. 3 types of crime have been increasing in US cities: personal assault, car robbery, and home burglary. So now we know this paper is going to focus on these three crimes only, with examples and everything. Okay. Another problem, the third problem is confusing supporting point. Some thesis statements have supporting points that are not logically connected to the focus. Meaning your focus is A, but your supporting points is B. Meaning you want to talk about this topic A, but your elaboration talks about something else, something like that. So let's look at example. Many factors influence the hunting behavior of shark. The type, its age and strength, its migration, people's misunderstanding about sharks' hunting behavior, and the current overfishing of shark. Okay, so this is a weak segment because the focus is about factor that influence the hunting behavior of sharks. Sebab why people uh, apa ni, why people hunt sharks, causes of sharks behavior while hunting. The following are the supporting points. Let's say you have like 4 supporting points, but if you look at number 1 until number 3, it focus on the causes for the sharks behavior, but point 4 and point 5 do not. Suddenly we want, why do we need to know about people's misunderstanding about shark and overfishing of shark? We just want to know the factor that influence the hunting behavior of shark. Maksudnya, why some sharks are very aggressive, why some sharks are not. Why some sharks attack people, why others don't. Kenapa ada yang tak, ada yang makan orang, ada yang tak makan. Something like that. So the point number 4, number 5 are not related. So you don't have to put in your paper. Okay. Next problem is too much information. Okay, this is an example of too long of a thesis statement. This statement is too long, too lengthy. Okay. So here the example is about voting. Look at the example of a weak thesis statement, too long. Although some people argue that voting should be mandatory because it is a civic duty, we increase voter turnout among poor people. It would, cause politicians to consider the needs of every citizen. Compulsory voting is not a good idea because it is every citizen's right to choose to vote or not. It would not be feasible to enforce mandatory voting, and people who are forced to vote may not vote carefully. So it's too lengthy. Okay, so how to make it shorter? Find your focus. Okay, although some people argue that voting should be mandatory, there are 3 reasons. Okay, so you narrow it down to 3 reasons instead of you cram everything in one sentence. Okay, the last problem is inappropriate language, meaning not suitable language that are not suitable. Okay, here it talks about the weak statement. It talks about capital punishment and what people on the other side have to say about it. Okay, so this thesis statement includes the opinion of the writer directly with the words why I support, a more appropriate thesis statement for an academic paper. Indicate your opinion directly without using I. So this is what I mean by don't use first person point of view in a thesis statement. Use third person point of view. So a better one will be the word like it is necessary. Although some people disagree with capital punishment, it is necessary for three main reasons. So you don't have to put here I disagree or I agree in your thesis statement. Okay. All right. All right, so that will be some common problems when it comes to thesis statement. Try to avoid any of these while writing your thesis statement. Okay. Now, okay, this is an example of a rough outline, a complete one. This one, the topic is about depression. Okay, so you start with your RQ research question. How does depression affect society? And then from your question, you know already your focus, which is effects. Okay, effect. And then you answer your question. You said, how does depression affect? So you laid out the effect of depressions on society. Number one, high number of suicide. Number two, increased crime rate. And number three, low individuals' work productivity. So from this item, you construct your thesis statement. So I have 6 examples here. You can go over. Why 6? Because it's just all of these are the same topic but different sentence structure. It is written differently, but all have the same topic, overview of supporting details, and focus, which is effect. Okay, some examples how you can write thesis statements. Okay, so what you should do as practice, I want you to maybe can leave your comments under this video. How would you structure thesis statement for this topic, for this sample? The research question is, why is cyberbullying most common among teenagers? Why is cyberbullying mostly common among teenagers? So that would be the research question. So the focus is the cause. We are looking for the reason why, or the cause, the reason why cyberbullying is common among teenagers. So come up with 2 or 3 answers and then construct your thesis statement and then type your thesis statements under this video. Okay, this will be like just a practice for you while you are watching this video. And then for your group task, for your research paper, I think most of you have discussed the topic with me in our last class. So you should start drafting your thesis statement. Put it in your rough outline. You already have your research question, your focus, and your answers. Now you can start constructing your thesis statement. Okay. Okay, here I would like to add a bit on how to choose effective evidence, because while you are brainstorming, collecting evidence, collecting informations for your topic, you need to figure out what to put as evidence in your paper, right? So how to choose effective evidence. For this one, you can refer to page 60, yeah? Page 60. So first of all, you need to choose information that you yourself understand easily and can explain clearly. Don't choose something that is too complicated, something that you think is too that doesn't apply to everyone, too personal or too sensitive, or might not be suitable to our country scope. Okay, choose ideas that are directly related to the point you are making. Make sure the evidence, the quotation, and the sayings that you put in your essays are what your topic is about. Okay, choose a variety of types of evidence. Don't just focus on one only. Don't just focus on online articles only. Try to find newspapers, books, journals, magazines also can. Okay, so when it comes to easy to understand and clear information, Okay, what it means. Okay, let's say we have an example of thesis statement here. People become addicted to alcohol due to emotional distress, social pressure, and physical cause. So let's say this is your thesis statement. You have three supporting ideas, supporting details. Three reason why people become addicted to alcohol: emotional distress, social pressure, physical cause. And then as you read more, you realize that one of the point is too difficult to understand and it's not related to your background or your major. It's something that you are unable to elaborate, which is the term physical cause. Physical cause here, but as you get the information, you realize that physical cause here means complex chemical process, genetic, and one's physiology, something that is out of your field. So you revise that. You revise the focus by limiting to focus only on genetic predisposition, meaning it's in our DNA, it's genetic. If the parents are alcoholic, that means high chance the children will be alcoholic too, because it's in their DNA. So you just focus on genetic only, because if you put physical cause, it could be the whole body, the blood, the blood type, the like here lah, physiology, the size of the body, and then other complex chemical process which you don't want to elaborate in your paper. So you just take one point that you think are understandable, which is genetic, DNA. Okay, so this is one example how to choose evidence that you yourself understand. And when it comes to evidence that is related to your point. So let's say an example here is the thesis statement is about fast food and healthy food differs in terms of nutritional values, cost, and availability. So this thesis statement, the focus is compare and contrast. So this topic is comparing fast food and healthy food based on three criteria. So they are comparing fast food and healthy food based on the nutritional values. They are comparing based on the cost and then the availability. Okay, so you have these 3 points. The related evidence will be, of course, you want to look at the list of prices of fast food and common healthy food. What will be the nutritional information, both food? What will be the stocks and supplies of healthy goods? Healthy food lah, goods here, barang-barang or healthy stocks and supplies, because you are talking about availability. And then the location of fast food chain across country. Again, availability also means easy to buy, not just easy to get the supply, but easy to buy as well. So you will be looking at all these evidences, information. Some of the unrelated evidence will be a method of preparation of food. Maybe it's not too much. You don't have to focus too much on that. History of healthy food preparation is not related, and founder of some fast food chain. So although this is a good information, but it is not related to your main point. Okay. All right. So I think I have shown you a few examples already. So let me recap a bit. So I'm covering topics on thesis statement, characteristics of a good thesis statement. Make sure you have the 3: topic, focus, and answer. You have the overview. Okay, you have, and then you write it um, in the correct style, the correct structure and vocabulary. Okay, and then some of the common problems when writing thesis statement. Make sure you avoid all these. Make sure it has focus, okay, has supporting points, it's not confusing, not too long, and it uses suitable language. Okay, and then you can see some examples here. Try to do this part, this topic, cyberbullying. Try to draft a thesis statement about this topic and leave and type it under this in the comment section lah, under this video. And then for this one, you can start drafting your thesis statement for your own topic, your group's topic, and we can discuss in our next class. Okay, and then when it comes to choosing evidence, remember three things. Evidence that you will understand, is directly related to the point you are making, and then it has a variety types of evidence. Okay, for number three, I will cover it in the next video. What are the types of evidences? Okay. All right, so I think that's it for this session, this video. I hope you find it useful. Okay, let me. Okay, goodbye, everyone. Okay.